Hello once more, and welcome to the ever so wonderful world of stasis. So, yeah, like what I said at the end of the last episode, if you are easily grossed out or, faint easily at gore, or, that kind of stuff, this is not an episode you should be watching. Just, you've been warned. If anyone has any nightmares from this episode, I have a clean conscience. You have been warned. I will not feel bad about it. I will not be held accountable. So let's do this. What even is this? I actually have to check.
I think that would break. I think that would just break it.
Okay. We can't commit suicide with a body part. Oh well. Yeah, I'm very content that in not being able to see what the hell that is. Let's see, then we do this. Why we had to do that, I will never know. Refined organic material. Right. Right. Oh, okay. Now that we have this mush, we can put it in the organic receptacle, which is completely misspelled. And oxygen shenanigans. Hey, weren't we supposed to do this?
This should be useful.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this. And then we can do this. And here we go. However, I want to be very clear. I'm going to try to fail first. I don't know how messy that's gonna be. Because I was very, very careful to not fail the first time I played this. Just saying. Okay. Okay. Right, let's try this. See how bad it is.
I'm going to have to be away from this.
You're not helping.
Sorry. Okay. Just shit. Either be careful doesn't cover it.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's not like the power's gonna cut out in the middle of surgery.
Shit, John. Why would you even say that?
Yeah, jinx it, you know.
Cut into my spinal cord. I'm allowed one joke.
I'll be monitoring.
Deep breath, oh man. You can do this.
Okay, now this is going to be a two-part puzzle. The first part I don't think you can fail, so I'm just going to blast right through it. Second, however, that one you can fail. I think if you maybe delay long enough, that will trigger the failure scenario.
Greetings, John and Archer. I am Robin, the automated surgical med pod. Your physician will explain the procedure to you and offer you an opportunity to ask any questions. You may feel some discomfort after the procedure, such as a headache or nausea. Let your nurse know if you are uncomfortable so that you may be given medication and or other treatment. If brain placement begins. Warning, subject is not correctly prepared.
Yeah, stuff was injected. Okay. Now this interface I think is really cool, visually at least. Well, obviously what you have to do here is just press the red thing, but I mean, how they even managed to code this, I would like to know. That didn't hurt in the slightest. Oh, it actually didn't hurt in the slightest because they just cut through my suit. Okay, here goes. Brace for it. Yow. Ow. If that was aesthetic, I appreciate it. Yeah. Let's not. Let's not. Ha ha ha. That's disgusting in every way. Okay, so up next, well, I think you should click the things in the order displayed here. So start there, then that one, and blah. But that's not what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's working a little too well. Okay, is this a timed puzzle? That didn't happen the first time I did this. Okay, I did not actually get a trophy for that, but or achievement or whatever you get on Steam. But okay, let's get back into this and not get dead. How about that? Okay, good. There we go. Blah blah blah. Let's get this over and done with. Let's look at this smiley face, by the way. Cute. So I'm not gonna talk a lot here. I'm just going to click through everything as quickly as possible because I am not fine with this part of the game. Hair is not the thing you kind of want to hear when you have your spinal cord wide open. One over there, two there, three there. And we're done, believe it or not. Yeah, just staple me right up, like in Prometheus. You are my lucky star. Did you see that? On the bottom of the screen there. Well, it's not eating me. So that's all lovely, I guess.
Rebecca, run.
So where did the little guy go?
John,
I'm here.
I've been trying to contact you. Couldn't hear anything. Not the worst.
How long was I out?
2 hours.
Okay. Alive. Mostly. Fuck, my back is sore.
3 decks and your daughter. Focus on that. You should have enough drugs running through you to keep going for a few more hours.
Drugs. I've never been a fan. But these are definitely the good ones.
Class act game. Class act. Okay, let's see. Let's blast right through this, and here we go. Let's move on with the game. And wouldn't you know it, I am not in a condition to run anywhere at this point. I actually think that's a nice touch. If annoying, it does introduce a not entirely necessary delay into the game, but it's not a big deal. Let's see, where are we? We're here. Yep. Come on, Master John. And now that we are in the elevator room, there we go. We can take the elevator down. Let's.
A biological quarantine has been initiated. Level 2. Kitchen knife and snowflake are off limits. Level 3. Hydroponics is off limits.
Huh.
Perfect.
Where are you, John? Without the PDT, I can't track shit.
Hydroponics. Or what's left of hydroponics. The shaft's covered in growth. I'm not going anywhere.
Listen, wait. Let me check the blueprints. Yes, hydroponics has a siler's elevator.
Affirmative.
Okay. Yep, we can run again.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Yeah, what he said.
Some sort of insect.
Your distance.
It's tied up. Doesn't look like it can get loose.
Tied up. How big is it?
Yeah, so over here's John. Over here is a queen insect. I don't know if this comes as a surprise to anyone, but this is actually a bit dangerous. Let me show you why. Not that I've seen this before, though. Yeah. So that happened. And I don't know why I did not get a Steam achievement for that. But let's just load up the game real quick like, and bada bing. Right, we have a computer terminal here. Let's do something with it. Personal logs. Let's look through those first. Oh, praise God Almighty, I couldn't be happier. Dr. Gray took me to one side and told me that I was the only person who had the skill and ability to take control of the nursery. He promoted me on the spot and said that I was now personally responsible for the queen. The royal jelly that she produces has proved to be incredibly useful. Proven? Isn't it? No, whatever. Not my own writing. I discovered through my own analysis that not only is the jelly an essential nutrient for the insect population, but that it has other amazing physical properties too. It accelerates molecular bonding in certain substances, acting as a thickener for many natural substances, while also regenerating their natural properties. With some engineering, I imagine we could turn this into a true medical breakthrough. I imagine doctors in hospital wards on Earth using our bonding agent to heal wounds instantly. Perhaps finally the Tenshu name will be revered in medical history instead of reviled. Sounds promising. Not. The queen is a temperamental little thing. A fiery lady to be sure. Ah, but Queenie, you forget. I grew up in a family with more than one fire-breathing dragon. Ooh! If I can handle my mother, I can certainly handle you. Ha! Must have been some great family dinners there. Although when she's milked, she's rather docile. I dare say she's rather attached to me. I'm sure I heard her purring at me. That's the only way I can describe it. Now that's an important clue, actually. So when she is being milked, whenever that is, the game suggests that we can approach her and do what we're supposed to be doing without getting eaten. So, you know, good news for everyone. I'm aware that she's a bug and all, but it sounded rather like approval. My parents kept hives of bees, so I've never been squeamish over insects, and I can tell the difference between aggression and favor. I'm still the only person who can get close without being bitten, and her bite can leave one hell of a mark, let me tell you. Hodgkins said he'll report his side effects upon his return from sick leave. In other news, Dr. Myrick, one of Dr. Gray's subordinates, has requested samples of the jelly for experiments with his tree reasons. He thinks it might have, a use as an industrial adhesive. This is a little way from my original intention, but I do suppose it's a start. I try so hard to be positive, to be the person whose enthusiasm never once flags nor fails, but when you start hearing rumors that appall you to your very core, I try to shrug it off, but recently it's become harder to deny it. I've been hearing sounds from the elevator shafts, the sound of a wailing infant crying out in pain before suddenly being silenced. That is no rumor. Sometimes I lay awake at night and I swear I can hear the crying of children. I can't be dreaming. I saw Gracia to confess my fears. He gave me a prescription to help me sleep, but something in his eyes said that he knew I was hearing something real. And worse, it was something he was hearing too. More rumors. Dr. Milan is using children in his research. I have to ignore it. If it were true, Kane would remove him immediately. Surely. Even Dr. Gray appears to find it an uncomfortable subject for discussion, and this is a man who slept easily when Isaac got his left cheek torn off by the Queen. Huh. Delightful. Is Dr. Gray short of staff again? Once again, I'm being forced to manage multiple projects. Only this time it's an examination of an acutely destructive new spore that seems to have infected a few of the pods. First observations. It's a parasitic fungus that grows faster than a common weed, and like a common weed, I feel it should be destroyed. But I know that Dr. Gray won't do it. He, like many of the other senior doctors, sees any new species as something to exploited or weaponized. To be exploited. Thank you very much, editors. Yeah, I have said a few things about the editing work on this game. I don't need to repeat it. I hope. In the darkness, something stirs. I can't say what. I'm too afraid to find out what it is. When Ivan and Theo disappeared a month back, we assumed they'd somehow deserted. That was the official stance taken by Dr. Milan and the board anyway. Last night's events proved that there is something on board with us, though God knows where it's from. The Queen was more rambunctious than I've seen her before, and her was certainly more challenging than I'm used to. Edmund was assisting. We've been short on staff, and some of our volunteers are simply refusing to show for work. Oh, really? How could that be? The Queen's environment has been disturbed a great deal, so her violent tendencies are more pronounced. Edmund was on his way out of hydroponics when it happened. Something pulled him into one of the air ducts. I didn't see much. I saw him walking towards the decontamination chamber, and the next moment his legs were kicking the air as whatever it was dragged him up and into the ceiling while he squealed like a pig. I'm resigning tomorrow. I did not sign up for mad science. I came to King to serve humanity and clear my family's name, not watch my crewmates be slaughtered by a species that Dr. Milan refuses to confirm or deny. Yeah. I've got nothing. If only I'd resigned when I said I would, and if only they hadn't ignored my demands to have the infernal fungus destroyed. It's growing over me now, over my skin. It's burrowing into my flesh. Actually, just a side note. Plant fungi do exactly like this. That is, they grow sort of over the plant and stick little hyphae into the plant tissue, basically burrowing into the plant's flesh. I mean, not that plants have flesh, but the stuff inside the surfaces. The insects attacked again today, and it seems to only worsen. Oh, insects attack. Oh, that's actually a clue. We're gonna meet some insects later on, not far from here, and that's one way to get killed. I actually got killed that way, so I may or may not bother to show it. We'll see. Anyway, blah, 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 and it seems to only worsen. Dr. Gray was destroyed by a swarm of them, and now he is only fertilizer for that ever-ravenous mole he was so curious about. The uninfected are making an attempt to escape. This doesn't include me. The emergency flares keep the bugs away. Another important clue. I told them to give me the flare to hold back the bugs so they could get away. I hope they escape soon. This fungus is making my head feel funny. I'm sure I can feel it growing through my ear canal. That's disturbing. Any funny emails? Azika, with the greatest respect, could you please stop the ridiculous pranks your group insists on carrying out in the fertilization chambers? I will admit that they're hardly dangerous, but they are undignified. I certainly wouldn't like to present when a keen inspector stumbles upon young Theodore racing in front of the Queen, hands above his head while shouting, "I'm covered in bees!" It is unprofessional. Please instruct them to cease their foolishness at once. Okay. Don't worry. I don't think that you're losing your mind. Ghosts are a possibility, but I suspect what you're hearing is perhaps the sounds of devices playing in other parts of the ship. I do believe at the moment that the corporeal world and spirit world are very much divided. So, try to calm yourself. If you would like, I can talk to someone in cargo storage about those sounds, but I wouldn't worry about it. This island is full of noises, but pay them no mind. For once, I'm quoting Shakespeare and not the Bible. Get some sleep, and maybe do fewer night shifts. That's nice of them. There was one more thing to click, though, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Reports the Queen's life cycle, week 93. Well, I don't think that's relevant. Oh wait, no, oh. Should have done that first. We have the Queen's milk. And we had to do this exactly when that red smiley was over her head. Or we would not have succeeded at this. If success is what you want to call it. We now have Queen Pincer. And you guessed it, I'm going to try to kill myself with these items. Or kill John, I guess. As it were. Okay, Queen's milk is fine. Probably not a good idea. Totally in agreement. Could I do something with the hardened amber? I'm pretty sure I could do something with the hardened amber. Let's see, we have all of this, and there we go. Aha. Here's how you do it. Shabang. Here's amber. Give me some. Okay. And, you know, I think it's time to end the episode. See you back soon.